watching the News Hour Special Edition.
We're back with the other big story of the day. After his Chaiwala challenge to the Congress party, Prime Minister Modi hurled another fresh attack on the Congress today. He invoked Sitaram Kesari to claim that a Dalit Congress president was ousted to make way for Sonia Gandhi. The Prime Minister accused the Congress party of having an anti-Dalit mindset, something that was completely and immediately rebutted by the Congress party. Manish Tiwari tweeting that Sitaram Kesari was not in fact a Dalit, but a Bania OBC leader, just to be exact. However, the debate has already started. Take a look at this.
इनको चार पीढ़ी तक ये देश चलाने का मौका मिला, राजगद्दी उनके लिए रिजर्व हो गई थी.
Days after the Chaiwala challenge, an anti-Dalit indictment.
सीताराम केसरी दलित पीड़ित शोषित समाज से आए हुए व्यक्ति को पार्टी के अध्यक्ष पद से कैसे हटाया गया?
Amid the 2019 semi-final, a fresh front in the Modi Sarkar versus Gandhi Parivar war.
मैंने कांग्रेस को चुनौती दी थी क्योंकि उन्होंने कहा कि नेहरू जी की मेहरबानी है कि ये चाय वाला प्रधानमंत्री बन गया. अगर इतनी उदार परंपरा उन्होंने प्रस्थापित की है, इतने उदात्त लोकतांत्रिक मूल्यों से वो समर्पित है, तो मैंने कहा था कि 5 साल के लिए इस परिवार के बाहर के किसी व्यक्ति को जरा कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष बना करके देखें. देश को पता है सीताराम केसरी दलित पीड़ित शोषित समाज से आए हुए व्यक्ति को पार्टी के अध्यक्ष पद से कैसे हटाया गया, कैसे बाथरूम में बंद कर दिया गया था, कैसे दरवाजे से निकाल करके उठा करके फुटपाथ पर फेंक दिया गया था और मैडम सोनिया जी को बिठा दिया गया था.
The BJP president bolstered Modi's attack.
इनके राष्ट्रीय सेनापति तय होते हैं. गांधी नेहरू परिवार से जो जन्म लेगा वो ही वहां सेनापति बनेगा. ये गांधी नेहरू परिवार की प्राइवेट लिमिटेड कंपनी है कांग्रेस पार्टी.
The Congress quickly hit back, calling Modi a habitual liar and naming senior BJP leaders apparently sidelined by the PM. In election season, as the focus shifts from policy issues to rhetoric, can Congress counter this caste ambush? Bureau Report, Times Now.
You're watching the News Hour Special Edition, Debate Number 2 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
So RP Singh joins us, National Secretary of the BJP. Also with us will be Charu Pragya in just a bit. She's a political analyst. Ashutosh Mishra is a senior journalist. And Alimuddin Khan is also a political analyst. Thank you all for being with us. First to you, Mr. Ashutosh Mishra, if I could. Now, the Prime Minister has spoken about two things. One, if anyone who's not a Nehru Gandhi even tries to assume power in the Congress party, he is disrespected, he or she is disrespected and shown out. Two, the second point he's raising is the Congress party has an anti-Dalit, anti-backward mindset, calling Mr. Sitaram Kesari a Dalit leader. Manish Tiwari, we know, has contended that he was close to Mr. Kesari and he was a Bania OBC, but that's not the point here. The point here that Mr. Prime Minister is trying to make is that if you go against one particular family in the Congress party, you are basically weeded out.
So I will start with the second question first and get to the first point. This ranting and raving that we are seeing by Mr. Modi against the Congress is his negative tactic of trying to hide his failure to deliver on his hyperbole of Vikas and Achha. So he gets his facts wrong usually, and now this Dalit question is being raised because he doesn't want the nation to know that on November 26th, the Dalits and tribals are organizing a protest in Gandhinagar, that is Gujarat, his home state, protesting against their land being given to corporates. He doesn't want the nation to know that in Gujarat, the Dalits had converted to Buddhism in protest. He doesn't want the nation to remember that now in Maharashtra...
Now, Mr. Mishra, and I want to involve Mr. RP Singh also. Now, Mr. Mishra, The charge here is
anti-Dalit. Where
अच्छा ठीक है, एक second, Mr. Mishra, give me a second now. Give me a second.
Mr. Kesari.
Give me a second now. I want to ask R.P. Singh this very. Mr. Chidambaram, Mr. R.P. Singh came out with a series of tweets naming president after president who was not from the Nehru Gandhi family. Other leaders also defended this. But the counter charge here is कि आप बात क्या कर रहे हैं? अगर आप सीताराम केसरी की बात 2018 में कर रहे हैं इलेक्शन से पहले, अगर यही मुद्दा रह गया है तो कुछ प्रॉब्लम है. दूसरे लोग कहते हैं कि नहीं, वो सही कह रहे हैं, प्रधानमंत्री सही कह रहे हैं कि भाई अगर आप कांग्रेस में नेहरू गांधी के सामने बाउ डाउन नहीं करोगे तो आपका पत्ता साफ होके ही रहेगा. लेकिन ही इज रॉन्ग अबाउट द दलित एंटी दलित माइंडसेट बिकॉज एज मेनी पीपल वुड टेल यू, योर क्रिटिक्स मिस्टर सिंह, बीजेपी के खिलाफ भी ये लगता रहता है आरोप कि ये भी अपर कास्ट का जो स्क्यू है आपकी पार्टी में, ये कहा जाता है, ये मैं नहीं कह रहा आरपी सिंह जी. तो क्या आपको लगता है कि एक काउंट पे तो प्रधानमंत्री बिल्कुल सही हैं लेकिन दूसरे काउंट पे मिस हो गए?
Let's talk about the account of the when you're saying that he is missed on the Dalit point. He said Shoshet. He said he didn't mention Dalit. He mentioned Dalit, but he expanded it by saying Shoshet works, and he belonged to a Shoshet work. He belonged to an OBC section. But the bigger question is not whether which community he belonged to. The community is the attitude of the Congress throughout. And since 1954 onward, when Jawaharlal Nehru became was the last president, and then he gave the presidentship to Mrs. Gandhi. From there onward, Mrs. Gandhi has tried her best to ensure that control over the party stays there of Mrs. Gandhi. It's not like in other parties, just in Congress. And throughout, whether it was Mrs. Gandhi thereafter, she got people in, she threw people out. And when Mr. Sitaram was the party president, the way he was thrown out to bring Mrs. Sonia Gandhi in, that clearly shows the mindset. Man could have stayed. Man was alive. He had a term still left. He could have stayed back as a president.
Why is the Prime Minister talking about Mr. Kesari now?
Sonia Gandhi had to come. Can I complete? Can I complete for another second? Can I complete for another second? Another second. So
no, let him
that's the problem. And after Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, and after Rahul Gandhi, another Gandhi. So they can't think beyond Gandhi, Nehru as a family.
Okay.
So for them, it's one person, one family, and nothing beyond that.
Okay.
And whoever tried to raise questions, whoever tried to
even
say that, okay,
please respond to that.
I've just seen. I mean, recently there's a person who raised questions. He was thrown out of the party.
So just one.
No, one second. Okay, Ashutosh Mishra first, then Alimuddin Khan. Respond to those charges, sir. Ashutosh.
Kesari was treasurer for 10 years.
I am responding. Okay,
yes.
Okay.
No, Mr. Khan, go ahead.
सी प्रधानमंत्री को क्या शोभा देता है झूठ बोलना? सबसे पहली बात तो ये प्रधानमंत्री को अपनी गरिमा बना के रखनी चाहिए. सीताराम केसरी जी 19 मार्च 1998 को कांग्रेस प्रेसिडेंट की एम्बेसडर गाड़ी में बैठ के अपने पुराना किला रोड पे गए थे कांग्रेस ऑफिस से. ये पहला तो झूठ, प्रधानमंत्री को झूठ बोलना क्या शोभा देता है? पहली चीज तो ये. दूसरी चीज, जब सीताराम केसरी को बिहार कांग्रेस का अध्यक्ष बनाया, अरे सुनिए आप, अरे सुनिए आरपी सिंह जी, 5 दफा उनको राज्यसभा दी गई, 5 दफा उनको राज्यसभा दी गई.
अच्छा, okay, Mr. Singh, Mr. Khan, let's not shout over each other. Let Mr. Khan finish his point. Mr. Singh, I'll come back to you.
और उसके बाद वो कांग्रेस के प्रेसिडेंट रहे.
नहीं, मिस्टर खान अपनी बात पूरी करिए. आप
और इंदिरा जी, राजीव जी, नरसिम्हा राव जी की कैबिनेट में मिनिस्टर रहे. क्या सम्मान नहीं मिला? अगर उन्होंने जब देवगौड़ा जी को हटाया, उनका रॉन्ग डिसीजन था. ही कुड नॉट गार्नर सपोर्ट फ्रॉम द अदर पार्टी, दैट्स व्हाई ही कुड नॉट बिकम प्राइम मिनिस्टर.
इंदिरा जी कब नरसिम्हा राव की कैबिनेट में मिनिस्टर
ऑफ द कंट्री. That is the honor was given.
Okay, no, let me go back to the charge of the Prime Minister. I want to talk about this anti-Dalit mindset or anti-backward mindset that the Prime Minister talked about. No, let's get some order in this debate, please. Gentlemen, please. No, 1 second. Please. No, Mr. Khan, please. Let's go. मुद्दे की बात पे आइए. Sir, 1 second. Mr. Khan, 1 second रुक जाइए. मुद्दे की बात पे आते हैं. आशुतोष मिश्रा जी, let me ask you again, let me just turn it around and ask you. The Prime Minister tried to hit at one very effective political trope, that the Congress party has a Brahmanical upper caste mindset and anybody from the backward communities or the classes or the castes cannot dethrone a Nehru Gandhi there. Now, I asked Mr. R.P. Singh earlier that the BJP is also accused of being having an upper caste tilt or what have you, and these are not my words, but they could. No, 1 second. Sir, 1 second, ruk jaiye apne, please. Ashutosh Mishra, the point here is the Prime Minister right? about this tilt in political parties, including the Congress party?
There are two ways of looking at it. One is the way you are, as Mr. Modi is trying to do, is try to wash his sins through this caste-based soap. Now, the other thing is that if a person has support in the party and he stays the president, like the Nehru Gandhis have, why do you want to dictate your own terms in his own party, that is BJP? They have just extended the term of Amit Shah. Was he afraid of elections? And in Congress, there are elections, the tenure is only of 1 year, it cannot be of 5 years. And the diktat of the Prime Minister does not run there. Let us be very clear.
Block level man who used to pace posters can be party president. Not in your party, in Congress party, sir.
And that is no sir, आपकी पार्टी में जो उसके सर पे आरएसएस का हाथ है वही बन सकता है।
ब्लॉक लेवल मंडल
प्रेसिडेंट्स हुए हैं जिनके आपके प्रेसिडेंट्स को बीच में हटाया है आपने भी। राजनाथ सिंह याद कर लीजिए, नितिन गडकरी को याद कर लीजिए। So please don't try to.
Sir, Rajnath Singh भी नीचे से युवा मोर्चा में,
this all they are talking about is that how to they are just trying to divert the attention because
the issue is that you can't think beyond Gandhi family.
That
you can't think beyond Nehru and Gandhi. That's the biggest issue. Answer that. Can Congress think beyond Nehru and Gandhi?
Okay, please. No, Mr. Mishra, I asked you a question. You didn't really answer the question. Let me ask you again. No, let me ask you again very quickly before I go back to Mr. R.P. Singh, and I have a specific question. Mr. Singh, आपके लिए मेरे पास specific question है.
Congress think beyond Nehru and Gandhi.
Mr. Singh, आपके लिए मेरे पास specific question है.
Sorry, Arthur, can I just repeat here?
I have a specific question for you, Mr. Singh, but let me ask Ashutosh Mishra pointedly again.
I answered, no, please don't interrupt.
Please don't interrupt, sir. Please. This is my question, Ashutosh Mishra. Is it or is it not true that in the Congress party, if you don't play along by one family's loyalty and their rules, you cannot survive for long? Now, the Prime Minister might have been slightly muzzled really or fuzzy about exactly which community Mr. Kesari belonged. But there's a larger fundamental point the Prime Minister is trying to echo here, and that, are you denying it? If you're not loyal to the one supreme family in the Congress party, you have absolutely no chance of surviving in any post.
No, but that's a falsehood being spread by Mr. Modi and others.
Okay, so you're saying it's a falsehood.
Just talking about Mr. Kesari himself, he was the treasurer for 10 long years. And to become the president of a party, you need to have certain support in the party itself. Now, if you don't have that support and you just want it to be a quota
so Mr. Singh, this is my specific question for you as Charu Pragya also joins us. This is my specific question for you. Let's go to Charu Pragya in a bit. Let's go to Mr. Singh first. Now, Mr. Singh, this is Umar Abdullah tweeting some hours after Mr. Modi said what he said. He said it doesn't say much about the incumbent government's achievements if Sitaram Kesari is sought to be made an election issue in 2018. Now that's the criticism coming. मैंने आपको पहले भी ये पूछा था कि सीताराम केसरी के साथ क्या हुआ, जो हुआ सबको पता है, लेकिन वो 2019 के 18 के इलेक्शन में इलेक्शन इशू कैसे बन सकते हैं? ना हाउ कैन यू बी इन इलेक्शन?
बन रहा है कि आज भी प्राइम मिनिस्टर मोदी के चाय वाले करियर पे क्वेश्चन उठा जा रहा है कि चाय वाला प्रधानमंत्री कैसे बन गया। आज भी प्रश्न तो वही उठ रहा है। वो बार बार घूमकर कांग्रेस उसी बात को आगे लाती है। कांग्रेस गेट दैट इशू अगेन एंड अगेन फॉर सेइंग दैट हाउ कैन चाय वाला के प्राइम मिनिस्टर दैट्स प्राइम मिनिस्टर मोदी इज टू आंसर।
अरे बोलने दीजिए प्लीज, सिंह साहब को बोलने दीजिए। इट्स हिज टर्न टू स्पीक। नो जेंटलमैन, लेट मिस्टर सिंह फिनिश हिज पॉइंट एट लीस्ट। No, this is not fair, Mr. Khan. This is not fair. Let him finish his point. Mr. Singh, nobody will interrupt you. Please go ahead. No, please.
See, bigger issue is when you keep racking up issue of Prime Minister Modi being chai wala, it's not us, it's Mr. Shashi Tharoor, Mr. Manish Shankar Iyer and others of the Congress party. They keep racking up this issue, and that's how we have to answer and let people know that a man who comes from a poor background, from a commoner background, in this system in BJP can be the Prime Minister, can be the party president, but that's not true with the Congress party.
Okay.
A person who comes from a background which is not a Nehru Gandhi family,
okay.
legacy, can never be the
Okay, now Mr. Khan can respond.
Or can be the party president for that regard.
Now Mr. Khan can respond to this.
For Congress to make one. There's some political compulsion. Under political compulsion, then so.
Okay, Mr. Khan can respond to your charge now.
That to happen.
All right, Mr. Khan can respond now.
देखिए, सीताराम केसरी जी को आरएसएस ने 1998 में एफआईआर दर्ज कराई थी सीताराम केसरी जी के खिलाफ, और सीताराम केसरी जी ने सिटी कोर्ट से 1988 में ली थी जमानत पर वो छूटे थे। तो आज इनका केसरी प्रेम इसलिए है क्योंकि सीबीआई में क्या हो रहा है, क्या नीरव मोदी लेके भाग गए, मोहन चौकसी लेके भाग गए, मेहुल चौकसी भाई, मेहुल चौकसी
I do want to stop the shouting over each other now. Mr. Khan, Mr. Singh, allow me, because Charu Pragya has also joined us. Please, Mr. Khan, give me a second. Mr. Khan, give me a second, please. Charu Pragya, I apologize to you. Took a bit of time, really, but you sat late. That's not on me. The Prime Minister's comment, I tried to divide it in two halves. He's right on the first point about if you're not loyal or in some manner perhaps even submissive or servile, as some unflattering critics would say, towards one particular family, you don't have a future. Forget about being a president, you can't even move an inch. But the second point, he got his castes mixed up, and he got a statement saying the entire Congress party has an anti-backward classes caste mindset. That's the same thing the BJP has been accused of for the past 25 years, Charu.
You know, Athar, I want to start by saying 2-3 things. Now you look at any party, not just Congress, you look at any party in India which we would call a dynastic party. Now, all you have to do is to be born with the right surname to eventually be given the right post. Isn't that how it works when something is a dynastic party, which Congress is, very clearly is? And because of that one problem, revered leaders, important leaders like our former Prime Minister Narasimha Rao ji, Sitaram Kesari ji, they have been treated very, very shabbily. The point Mr. Khan was making while I was hearing him was about RSS having an issue with him or filing an FIR. Sir, the problem over here is not what we think of him. The problem over here is how you treat leaders who are in your party, how you treat the topmost leaders in your party. That is the point over here.
Okay, would you like to respond, Mr. Khan? It's the treatment meted out to not just Mr. Kesari, but anyone who dares to stand up against the one particular family that controls, let's say, a large chunks of loyalties within the Congress party.
Athar ji, let me explain to you. Sitaram Kesari's presidentship was challenged because he lost elections badly in 1998.
Why has Rahul
Under Sitaram Kesari, Congress lost elections number 1.
Reason?
And he removed.
No.
Listen
Why
to me.
Has Rahul Gandhi's leadership never been questioned for the same
was not
reason?
challenged because he lost an election.
No.
Sir, it is written nowhere that to be a president you have to win an election.
By that logic, Mr. Khan,
one from Gandhi family opposed his presidency.
Mr. Khan,
Only
by that
Sitaram
logic,
Kesari
why is
presidency
nobody
was
opposing
because he lost
Rahul
elections badly
Gandhi's
and within
leadership?
the party, Shri P. Chidantaram ji,
how many elections has Rahul Gandhi lost as leader of the party, sir?
Pranab Mukherjee ji, they opposed his
Nobody
presidency.
from the Gandhi family challenged him. Is that what you're saying?
Of the Congress.
Is that what you're saying? Then who replaced him, sir? Can you remind me again?
Gandhi family at that time.
Can you remind me who replaced him as Congress president?
All right, Charu, give me a second, please. Mr. Khan, please allow me. Okay, allow me. Here's the question that Mr. Singh is dying to ask you. So let me ask you. If that's the reason why Mr. Kesari was challenged and no other reason, why has never, even once, a single challenger rose up and questioned Rahul Gandhi on his leadership? Mr. Kesari lost one election, big one, I admit that. But Mr. Rahul Gandhi as Vice President and President hasn't really got a record that is much home to write about. I mean, he has experienced victories, but if the logic of Mr. Kesari's ouster is to be applied here, why is nobody challenging Rahul Gandhi?
Under Rahul Gandhi's able leadership, Congress got
now, Mr. Khan,
majority
you've answered my question. You've answered my question. Mr. Singh, he's answered my question.
Mr. Khan, tell me one thing. Let us assume Mr. Gandhi gets married tomorrow. Mr. Khan, let's assume Mr. Gandhi gets married tomorrow and he has children. Are you trying to tell me that 30 years down the line or 20 years down the line, his son or daughter is not going to be the president of INC?
Okay. Ashutosh Mishra,
is that what you're saying?
Quickly. I have very little time now.
I need to correct Charu Pragya.
20 seconds each. Ashutosh.
You see. So
let's
first thing about
start
this,
with Nehru ji.
Pragya talking
Nehru
about
ji,
dynasty.
next generation
In
Indira
BJP
ji,
itself,
next generation Rajiv Gandhi ji, his wife Sonia Gandhi ji, then their son Rahul Gandhi ji.
Today
This is
leaders
dynasty,
or
sir.
spokespersons because whose 20 minutes, 20 seconds is this? Adhar?
Yes, go ahead.
Is it my 20 seconds?
Ashutosh, that's it, go ahead.
So Ms. Charu Pragya is not telling us that in BJP today there are a lot of daughters and sons of leaders who are rising up the ladder. So let's stop talking about dynastic politics here and not be a fraud. Now the issue here is about Dalits. Dalits have been humiliated by BJP in UP, Bihar. In Bihar also, as the leader has said that we like Nitish Kumar, but will not vote for
Okay,
BJP.
but you haven't, Mr. Mishra,
in Gujarat, just as I told you on
address
November
the
26th,
leadership question.
there is a big
the logic Mr. Khan gave about Sitaram Kesari's ouster or facilitation out of office, whatever you want to call it. At the end of the day, sir, there are dynasts in all parties, including the Congress and the BJP. But as far as having an anti-caste or pro-upper caste mindset is concerned, or that quote-unquote Brahminical way of doing things in our political parties, I'm going to refrain from making a comment here, at least for now. I must thank all my guests, Charu Pragya, Ashutosh Mishra, Alimuddin Khan and RP Singh for joining me. That's all the time we have for this one. We will take a short break. We'll return after and continue to focus on what has happened in Amritsar today, and we'll get fresh reports.